discuss about some other logic using prime only, that is super prime. What is the logic of super prime first of all? For example, the primes are, can give me the prime numbers from the 2, 2, 3, then next. Students.
5, 7.
5, 7.
7.
7.
13.
13. 17. 19.
17. 19. 23.
23. 29. 31.
31.
37. 41. 43. 47, like that. Okay, some numbers are there, some prime numbers, prime numbers are there. Okay, my input is not this one. Okay, my input is not this one. I am writing like that, that's it, nothing else. Just calculate what is the position of 11 here. What is the position of 11 in the prime number series? What is the position of 11? Fifth position, right? Fifth position. For example, if I give the input is 5, input is 11, sorry, input is 11. Is 11 is prime? First of all, we have to check, is 11 is prime? Is 11 is prime or not? Yes, 11 is prime. Then we have to calculate what is the position of the 11 in the prime number series. What is the position of the 11? Position of the 11 is 5. Then I have to check again, is the position is prime or not? Is the position is prime or not? Is the position is prime? Is the 5 is prime?
Yes, sir.
Yes, then it is called super prime. Super prime. For example, I am going to give the input as 7. Input is 7. If 7 is prime, then calculate what is the position of 7? What is the position of 7? Fourth position. 4 is not prime, then it is not a super prime. It is prime but not super prime. Prime but not super prime. Okay? Is my question is clear or not, everyone? This is a prime and super prime. Okay? And super prime. This is a prime but not super prime. Is my question is clear or not, everyone? Students? Anyone?
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Now I am going to write algorithm way. For example, what is how many inputs I am going to read here? I am going to read only one input. Only one input. This is going to be write some. That's it. Some hint I am write that one. Now I am going to read one integer number, some num. Okay, some scanf, percentage d, comma ampersand num. Just reading is done. Now, first of all, I am going to check, is it prime or not? Is prime of num. If it is prime, we have to write the logic. Else, if it is not prime, I am going to print just not a prime. That's it, not a prime. That's it, nothing else. It is not a prime number. If it is a prime, main logic here. If it is a prime, what do we have to do? What do we have to do? What is the next step? If it is prime, what is my next step?
We have to check the position of
position, right? We have to write the position. Okay, we have to write the position. For example, I am going to take position is equal to find underscore position of num. Okay, this is my second step. I want to find the position of number. Then what is my next step? What is my next step?
If position is prime, then
I am going to check here, is the position is prime or not. That's it, right? Is prime of position. Is prime of position. Print super prime. Okay, is super prime. Super prime. Else not a super prime. It's not a super prime. That's it. This is the algorithm. Just observe here and what I'm writing. Everything I writing in some functions. That's it. First of all, I'm reading the variables. I'm going to check is the number is prime. If it is not prime, I'm going to just display it is not prime. That's it. If it is a prime, what I'm doing here, I'm going to find the position of the number in prime number series. In prime number series, not prime number series, not in anyone. Find the position of the number in the prime number series. Okay, find the position of the number in prime number series. Then I am going to check is the position is also prime number. If it is position also prime number, then we are going to display prime. If it is not, I am going to display not a super prime. That's it. Okay, but here I am going to develop how many functions here, how many function calls here. This is function call, and this is function call, and this is function call. For example, in primes.h, already is prime is already developed, right? Is prime is already developed. I am going to include here hash include primes.h. For example, if I execute it, just observe the error here. Undefined reference to find position. That means find position. This function is not defined. I'm going to define this one. I'm going to define this one here. Okay. What is my look at here? Is it returning anything? Is it returning anything? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes. It is returning some integer value position, and the function name is find underscore position, and it is taking the argument as one variable, that is data type. The data type is integer. Okay, the return type is integer. Find underscore position of int num is the value, is the argument, not value. Okay, this is the functional definition. We are going to find what is the position. What is the position of that prime number in the prime number series? Okay. Now I am going to take some POS is equal to 0, and I am going to take some I some value. Prime number series is going to be start at I here. I is equal to 2. Okay. I am going to end with num and I plus plus. Yes, is it clear? I am going to start at 2 up to that number. Okay. I am going to check here if is prime of I. If it is prime, I am going to increment position plus plus. That's it. For example, is prime of 2. Is 2 is prime or not? Yes. Then the position is incremented by 1. Then I am going to check I plus plus means I is equal to 3. Is prime of 3? Yes, that is also prime, right? That is also prime. Then I am going to increment it as 1. Okay. Then again I plus plus, then I becomes a 4. Is prime of 4? Is 4 is prime? No, not at all. Then position is not incremented. Then I am going to check with 5, and like that I am going to find the position. What is the 2's position in the prime number series? That is 1, right? That's why here it is taking as 1. What is the position of 3? It is going to be 2. Then it is incremented. And finally, I am going to return position. That's it. Nothing else. Simple thing. Is it clear, everyone? What I am writing, can I explain with another number? Just wait. Is the output is coming or not? First of all, I am going to check with, for example, 11 is a super prime. For example, I'm going to check with 7, not a super prime. Okay, for example, I'm giving some 12. I'm giving some 12 here. 12 is not a prime, first of all. It is not checking that it is super prime or not. For example, it is some 41. Is 41 is super prime. Just I'm going to check here. 41 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What is the position of 41? 41 is 13. Is 13 is prime or not? Yes, 13 is prime. That's why it is showing that it is a super prime. For example, if I give some 43, 43 means that is the 12th position, right? It is the 12th position, that is 14th position. That's why it is not a super prime. It is a prime but not super prime. Okay, just note it down. Just look at the main function, everyone. The main function is very simple. Just observe once. There is nothing in main function. I am writing in an algorithm way every time. I am calling some functions for everything. I am calling some functions. There is nothing in main function. I developed in these functions. This find position and this prime. These are the two functionalities to overcome this problem, right? Note down the main function first of all. Note down the main function. Just don't look at here. Just write your own. What I'm writing here. First of all, I'm reading the variables. I'm going to check is the number is prime or not. If it is prime, I'm going to find the position. And again, I'm going to check is the position is prime or not. If it is prime, it is super prime. Else, it is not a super prime. Very simple logic. And you have to note down this functionality also. This functionality. Find position of. I think it is clear. I think for example, I'm not writing the function definitions in the .c file. I'm writing the function definitions in a .h file. User defined header file. That's why I'm using only one time, right? I'm writing only one time and I'm using number of times. Find position of. Just note down that find position of. And one more function, what is that? In this program, there are two functions, two function definitions. One is prime of, and the second one is find position of. If you note it down, just write one note. Recursion. Take some side heading, that is recursion. What is a recursion? When we are going to use, I will give some little my experience and then we can apply. If it is possible, we can apply how we are going to work with recursion and what is the properties. First of all, what is recursion? Here, I think everyone noted it down. I think just super prime of. Just look at here. Now, where I am calling some find position from which function? Which function I am now? Which function I am now? Anyone? I am calling here find position of or is prime of. For example, is prime of. For example, I am going to call is prime of. Where I am? First of all, in which function I am? Students?
Main function.
In main function I am calling the is prime of function from main function. Here also find position of, I am calling the function find position of from another function, that is main function. Look at here, I am calling prime function of from find position of is prime of. I am calling here is prime of function from other function, that is some function calls, that's it, nothing else. But the recursion, what is the recursion? Just write some side heading here. calling the function itself. Calling the function itself is called recursion. Calling the function itself is called recursion. Calling the function itself. That means I am calling, for example, here I am main is prime of, right? Instead of is prime of, I am calling again some main. I am in the main function and I am calling the main again. That means that is called recursion here. For example, here is prime of, for example, find position of function. I am in find position of function. I am calling the find position of function again. That is called recursion. And how we are going to use? Every time we are going to use in a backtracking method. It follows, just note it down, it follows backtracking method. It follows some backtracking method. And it is the application of stag. Right down. You don't know what is stag, but note down that point also. What is that? It is the application of stag. It is the application of STACK. STACK. Stag. It is the application of stag. It works on stag really. It works on stag. Okay. And how it is going to be working, I will explain. For example, if you observe any factorial of a number, for example, in your notebooks, for example, what is the factorial of number? For example, I am going to find factorial of 5. Every time in class notebook or anything, we are giving an example of factorial of a number for the recursion. Why 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1? We are starting at number 5. We are starting at number 5, and we are going back here. We are going back up to one position, up to any breaking point. Any breaking point we are going to like this. For example, I am going to convert really the same functionality in using recursion. Then you will observe the same functionality. I am going to write here int find underscore position. Int find underscore position underscore recursion. Okay, I am going to work with recursion. The same functionality. Instead of here, I am calling find position underscore recursion. Okay, I'm changing like this. I'm calling this function, and again I am going to call the same thing. When we are using recursion, just note it down. When we are using recursion, for example, the loop is going to be eliminated. One loop is going to be eliminated. Why means it is working as a loop. It is working as a iterator. The recursion itself is working as a iterator or loop. Okay. Here, observe here, I am working with some for loop. And it is starting at 2. It is starting at 2, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, right? In the forward direction. Sorry. It is working with some forward direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, up to 11, for example. Now, I am going to find in a recursion manner, I am not starting at 2 here. I am going to start at 11. Why? Because the number is 11. There is no other operator, right? There is no other value. I am going to start at 11 and I am going to end at, then moving into 10, 9 like this up to some 2. In recursion, we have to write one breaking statement every time. One breaking statement is mandatory. What is that breaking statement? Here I am reached that 2 value. What is the position of 2? What is the position of 2 in the prime number series? Students?
1, sir.
1, right? I am going to write here if num is equal to 2. I am written 1 here. Okay. For example, can I write anything other than 2? Yes, I can write here. I can write some 3. What is the position? What is the position here? Position of 3 in prime number series, that is 2. I can write like this also. And one more thing I can write, for example, if number is 1, what is the position of 1 in prime number series?
0.
0. That's it. We can write in the 3 ways. Okay, no problem for that. If you know exact idea about that, we can write anything. Okay, for example, here I am writing if num is 2, I am going to return 1. If it is not true, okay, for example, if the number is not true, that means my number is 11, for example, I am going to check if it is prime. If it is prime, is prime of num. If it is prime of num, if the number is prime, I am going to return 1 plus. That means if it is prime, I am going to add 1. Why? Because 11 is prime, and I am going to add here position plus plus, right? I am going to add position and find underscore position using recursion of what value I have to find next? Num minus 1. If it is a prime, I am going to add plus 1. I am going to add plus 1 and find the position. Find the position of next value, num minus 1. Num minus 1. That means now it is going to be 10. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Now it is going to be 10. It is 2. Is it 2? No, not at all. Is 10 is prime? No. Then what we have to do, if it is not prime, I am going to find 9. Okay, I am going to find prime. That's why I am going to write recursion of num minus 1 here. If it is not prime, I am not adding anything. For example, I can write like this also. Okay, 0 plus. Find the position of like this. I will explain here. I am going to print that position. Is it coming perfectly or not? Find position, comma, position. I am giving some new line here to indicating this one. For example, if I am going to execute it, just wait. For example, what is the value here? Look at, is it 5? Yes, it is 5 here. It is 5. For example, I am going to give some 41. What is that? The position is 13. We can write like this. How it is going to be working? How it is working? For example, I am giving some 11. I am taking some 11 here. I am going here. Number is 11. Number is 11 here. I am going to work. Number is 11 initially. Now I am going to check, is the number is 2? Is the number is 2? No, not at all, right? Now I am coming here. Is 11 is prime? Is 11 is prime? Yes, it is prime. Then it is going to be 1 plus. I am, instead of I am writing find position and recursion, I am writing some find. Okay, position of 11 minus 1, that is going to be 10. Okay, find 1 plus find position of 10. Again it is going to be calling here. Now it is going to be 10. Is 10 is 2? No, not at all. Is 10 is prime? No. Then it is going to be execute this one. Instead of 10, it is going to be plus 0 plus find position of 9. Find position of 9 here. Again it is going back here for 9. Is it 2? No. Is it prime? No. And it is again 0 plus find position of 8. Is 8 is prime? Is 8 is 2? No. Is 8 is prime? No. Then again it is going to be 0 plus find of 7. Then again, is 7 is 2? No, not at all. Is 7 is prime? Yes. Then instead of this one, I'm going to add +1 and find position of 6. Find position of 6. E6 is prime. E6 is 2. No. E6 is prime. No. Then it is going to be 0 plus find the position of 5. Is 5 is 2? No. Is 5 is prime? Yes. Then 1 plus position of 4. 1 plus position of find of 4. Again, is num is 2? No, not at all. Is it prime? No, not at all. Then it is 0 plus find position of 3. Is number is 2? No. Is number is prime? Yes. Then 1 plus find position of 2. Is number is 2? Yes. This is the written statement. Now it is going to be replaced with 1 here. Then it is backtracking now. It is backtracking now. Now it is backtracking. It is going in the forward direction now. And if it takes the last position written and it is backtracking. 1 plus 1, it is going to be 2. 2 plus 0, it is going to be 2. 2 plus 1, it is going to be 3. 0 plus 3, it is going to be 3. 3 plus 1, it is going to be 4. 4 plus 0, it is going to be 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Now it is returning 5 as the output. This is the backtracking process. Okay, I think it is it clear everyone how the recursion is working? We cannot write some so many functions, all the functions we cannot write in the recursion here. When we are going for the recursion, there is for example there is one number is there, we are going back. That is the perfect example, right? For example, in the limit also we know exactly where we have to stop. Some at particular point I am going to stop. Is it for loop or while loop? That is not mandatory here. Okay, for example, I am going to reach this point. Yes, I can stop there. That means I can work with a single value. I can work here. Just observe here, I can work with only num value, num. Okay, no other variable I cannot use here. That means I can go for recursion. Mainly we will go for example, in the reverse manner, we can go for recursion here. Okay, if we practice in some programs in this recursion, we can understand how we are going to use recursion. Okay, just try to I'm not teaching here, just try to maintain, just try to write that is prime function is also using in recursion. How we are just use your brain first of all. Okay, how to write is prime of function using recursion. I'm not teaching here, I'm not teaching anything here. You have to try your own. I already give some students the task, they are trying, but I'm not satisfying with that answer. Okay, just try it. Any function we can turn it as a recursion, no doubt about that. Any function, but some limitations is there. Okay, just note down this recursion functionality, how I'm writing. There is, just look at here, there is no for loop here. There is no for loop. The loop is inside, there is a loop, no doubt about that. The loop is not visible to our eyes, that's it, nothing else. But the loop is there. How the loop is there? Yes, if the number is 10, if the number is 11, I am calling with the same function with the 10. The same functionality we are writing in for loop also, right? Yes, if it is 2, for the next time it is 3, it is 4, like that. Here also like that. If the number is not prime, I am going to call with 0 plus. If it is prime, 1 plus. That's it. Just note it down. For example, in nth prime program, there are 2 numbers. For example, I am going to give some 12 here. I am going to give some 2. 2 inputs are there. First one is 12 and the second one is 2. What we have to find? We have to find For example, what are the primes here? For example, after 12, what is the second prime? What is the second prime? What is the second position prime after 12? After 12, what is the next prime? Next second prime?
17.
17 is the 17 is the answer for that. I am not checking here is the 12 is prime or not. I am not taking about that. That is some number. I am going to find if it is prime or not. If it is 11 also, for example, if it is 11, after 11, what is the second value? Second prime number is 17. Okay. I am going to find at this position what is the second prime number. Or for example, I give some 5 here. What is the fifth prime number? Okay, that's it, nothing else. Now I am going to read two values. First one is number and the second one is position. For example, the percent is D, comma ampersand num, comma ampersand position. I am reading two values. The reading is done. And now what I have to do? I am going to take one more variable, that is comma I. For I is equal to 1, I less than equal to, I want some position, right? Just wait. I don't know exactly. While true here, why I am taking while loop instead of for loop? I don't know exactly where the number is going to be turned as a prime number, right? That's why I am going for while loop here. I am going to take the I value becomes 1 here. I is 1. There I am going to stop. I is less than equal to position. I am going to repeat this one. While I is less than, why I is less than position. What is I value here? What is I value? I value is 1. 1 is less than. For example, it is not 1. I am going to be treated as 0 here. Okay. For example, 0 is less than or equal to position. 0 is less than equal to position. Now I am going to work here. One more variable, some k is equal to 1. I am going to find if number plus k is prime of number plus k. Going to find is okay, then position I plus plus. What I am writing? For example, the value is some 12 and the position is 2. For example, here this is going to be 12 and some 2. Okay. What is I value? I value is 0 is less than equal to 2. Yes, is it okay? Yes, it is okay. For example, I am going to take it as less than, I think, not equal to. For example, I am going to check. I'm going to check like this. 0 is less than 2. Now, what is k value here? What is k value? K value is 1. What is num value? Num value is 12. 12 plus 1, that is going to be 13. Is 13 is prime? Yes, 13 is prime. Then I becomes 1. Then I becomes 1. Then k becomes 2 here. Then k becomes 2. K becomes 2. Then k becomes 2. Then here I becomes 1. 1 is less than 2. Yes, it is true, right? Then here number, what is number? Number is 12. 12 plus 2. What is 12 plus 2? 12 plus 2 is 14. Is 14 is prime? Is 14 is prime? No, prime. Yeah, 14 is not prime. And I is not incremented. I is only 1. Then k becomes 3 here. Then again it is checking that 1 is less than 2. Yes, again it is true. Then it is becomes 15. Is 15 is prime? No, not at all. 15 is not prime. Then k becomes a 4. Then again it is going to be checked that 1 is less than 2. Yes. Then again 12 plus 4 is going to be 16. Is 16 is prime? No, not at all. Then it is going to be 5. Then it is going to be 5. Then again 1 is less than 2. 1 is less than 2. Yes, again. Then 12 plus 7. 12 plus 5 it is going to be 17. Is 17 is prime? Yes. Then it becomes a 2 here. Then it is going to be 6 here. Then it is coming here. Is 2 less than 2? Is 2 less than 2? No, it is false. Then going back here and I am going to print that 17 here. Okay, now I am going to convert the total program into functions. I am going to explain here, that's it, nothing else. I am going to convert what is that nth prime number int nth prime of num nth prime of num comma position. I am going to pass two values, right? I am going to pass two values. Int I is equal to 1 here. I is equal to 0, sorry. I is equal to 0 here. And I am going to take some k is equal to 1. That's it, I think. And return, you are in return. Return minus k minus 1, I think. Why I am writing num plus k minus 1. Okay, just wait, I will tell you. I am calling here nth prime of nth, what is the function name? Nth underscore prime, right? Nth underscore prime of num comma position. Okay, num comma position. I am going to take it as some printf is d comma, and this is one method, right? This is one method. Is the function has the return type or not? Students, is the function has the return type or not?
Yes,
Students, yes, no doubt about that, right? I'm going to cover all the lines, all the topics. Yes, in this method, yes, it has a return type. The return type is integer. Why? Because it is a percentage d. And I am going to call the function name. It is nth underscore prime. I am passing two values. Both are integers, num and position. I am going to print. For example, I am passing here 12 and 2. I am passing here 12 and 2. It is going here. Why I am taking num plus k minus 1? I don't know exactly, okay? Why? Because at this time k becomes 6. K becomes a 6, then it is going to be 2 less than 2. Then it is coming, for example, if I am writing like this, I will show you. Sorry, what is that? Is there any difference? Sorry, we are not executed here. We have to execute here, okay? Sorry, I am going to write here as include primes.h. I'm going to now 12 and 2. Just look at it is going to be 18. The output is going to be 18. Why it is 18 here? The k value is modified. The k value here is modified. The k value here is modified as a 6. In the last time, it is going to be manipulated as 6. then 12 plus 6 is going to be 18. The last time also it is going to be manipulating, right? That's why I'm taking as num plus k minus 1. That means I have the previous number, not the present number. For example, if I'm going to execute it, if I'm going 12 and 2, it is going to give some 17. Okay. For example, I'm going to execute it from 2, I'm giving some 10. 31 is the 10th prime from 2. Just I'm going to check it again with here. For example, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Is it cool or not? Yes, it's very simple function. What I'm writing here, I'm writing like this. Can I write in another way? Yes, I can write in any way without using num plus k minus 1. Yes, I can write, no doubt about that. Here I am going to turn it as a infinite loop. Here I am going to check if I is equal to position, phi is equal to position. I am going to return, I'm going to return num plus k. That's it. There is no need to write this one. This is also true. We can write in this way also. For example, in the nth position, I am going to check. Sorry, this is num, right? Num. Okay. For example, 12 and 2. Yes, 17 is the output. I can write in any method. Okay, any method. Just note it down. Using infinite loop, I can write. I can write using normal function. Anything. Can I write using this? Can I write this function using recursion? Can I write? Just try this function also. Can we write this function using recursion or not? I don't know exactly. We can write or no. I don't know exactly. Can we write it? I will try first of all. I can succeed or not. I don't know exactly. Can I write? Can I try once again using recursion this function, students? Or you will try? I leave this program. Try for this. Students, anyone response? Can I teach? Can I try? First of all, I don't know exactly. Can I turn this function into recursion? I don't know exactly. Yes, try this function also using recursion. Always don't think that how to write in a recursive manner. That is not that much. Okay. We can write first of all functions is more than enough. The main function is very simple. Only 3 lines. Okay. Only 3 lines. We are reading number and position, and just we are calling that function. What is the nth prime number of this number and that position? That's it. Is it clear, everyone, how I am working with this number, with this function? Students, just only one thing. If you are not understand, just take one number. How many variables here? Here, for example, some 100 and some 5. Take two values. Take 2 values and come inside. This is an infinite loop. No doubt we are going to enter into this one. Okay. Here, what is k value? K value is 1. 101. Is 101 is prime? I don't know exactly. Is 101 is prime? Students? Is 101 is prime?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then I becomes 1. Then I becomes 1 here. Then I am going to check here. Is 1 is equal to 5? No, not at all, right? Then it is not executed, but this is executed. K becomes 2. That means next number. Then again coming here. Now it is going to be checked. Is 102 is prime? No, not at all. 102 is not prime. Then K is going to be incremented as 3. Then 103 is a prime number. Is 103 is a prime number, students? Yes. Then I becomes 2. Then it is going to be check. is 2 is less 2 is equal to 5? No. Then k becomes 4. Then 104 is prime? No, 104 is not prime. Then k becomes 5. 105 is 105 is prime? No, 105 is not prime. Then 6. 106 is prime? No, 106 is also not prime. Then 7. Is 107 is prime? Is 107 is prime? I think it is so. I think it is prime. I don't know exactly. If 107 is prime, then I becomes 3 here. Then I am going to check 3 is equal to 5. No, not at all. Then I become k becomes 8. Then 108 is prime? No. Then k becomes 9 and 109 is 109 is prime? Is 109 is prime, anyone?
Yes.
Yes. Then k becomes I becomes 4 here. I am going to check is 4 is equal to 5? No, not at all. Then it becomes 10. Then 110. Is 110 is prime? No, 110 is not prime. Then it becomes 11. Is 111 is prime? Yes, for example, I don't know. Then I becomes 5. Then I am going to check here. Is 5 is equal to 5? Yes. Then what is n plus k? N plus k is 111. The 111 is going to be returned. That's it. For example, I am going to write here 105. The output is 113. Something is not prime here. Okay, 1 is not a prime. Okay, 111 is not a prime. Okay, sorry for that. That's it. In this way, we are going to work with some functions. Just if you not understand, just we know the concept, right? How we are going to execute, you know, right? First of all, just take the arguments and work with that arguments, how they are changing exactly. When this line is going to be executed, this line is going to be executed when I is equal to position only, this line will be executed. Here also, how when these 3 lines are executed, if the number is prime, then only it will be executed. We have that basic common sense when we are dealing with programming. Some basic, that's it. Some basic common sense, nothing else. When it is going to be executed, when it is not executed, that's it. I think it is clear. Just try to write this nth prime and prime using recursion. Just try for that. That's it. Nothing else. That is not mandatory. Okay.